Welcome back to Hey Bucko Outdoors. Today we're going to be going over a holiday gift guide for the outdoorsman or the outdoors woman in your life. We're going to go over 7 different items. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. Let's Do you like knives and gear? I do too. That's why I do this stuff on the channel. Please do me a huge favor, and if you have not already, please consider subscribing to the channel. YouTube's been hitting us pretty hard lately, so help us grow the audience so we can bring more great content to you. So jumping in with number one of my favorite knives I've used this year. I actually gave this to a good friend of mine. Shout out to Mike if you're watching this. I know you are. He actually brought this on a deployment with him to the South Pacific, so that was pretty cool. It's the BPS Knives Adventure. So definitely an awesome budget-minded fixed blade. So a lot of this, I understand the economy is pretty rough right now. Inflation is getting at everybody. So I'm going to try to keep most of these gifts within the $100 price point or lower. So the BPS Knives Adventure full tang fixed blade, walnut handle scales. This one's obviously seen some use. Beautiful leather sheath. I have a full review and it's actually one of the most viewed videos of this year. So go check it out. $40. I think it's like $40, $45 on Amazon. Every once in a while you can pick them up for like $30, $35 if they run sales. I've reviewed 3 different BPS knives offering, and I've been pleasantly surprised with most of them. For $40, you're really not going to find anything like it here in the US besides the Mora, but again, that's not a US company. Does have a fire steel, beautiful leather sheath, kind of like very traditional style. You have the cool dangler. So yeah, that's number 1. Let's move on. Staying on the fixed blade side, so I'm only going to be going over 2 knives during this. I've got the Brissa Hiker Enzo 95. It's got like a few different names on Amazon. It's where I picked it up. It hovers around the $50 to $70 mark. Excellent knife. Beautiful leather sheath again. Drainage hole. I believe this one is finish made. 12C27, so an excellent stainless steel choice. Again, if you live in a humid environment like mine, it's going to be prone to rust no matter what. It's essentially a clone of the Mora. However, I prefer this one over the Mora just simply due to the quality, and it feels like a better built knife. You do have that cool lanyard hole near the pommel of the blade. Pretty beefy little blade. You do have a small section where it has a 90-degree spine, so you can throw sparks with it on a ferris rod. Leather sheath. Decent retention, nothing crazy. Again, the dangler, I'm a big fan of them just because when I hike, it just works with me since I have a sternum strap. Anyways, that's knife number 2. Let's move on. I have gotten back into overnight camping this year, so I did pick up a pocket stove from REI. The name of this stove, for those of my campers and outdoorsmen who actually use this stuff, in the comments, that's the insignia for the brand. It's escaping me. This one's really budget friendly though. It's like $30. I took this one up to the Angeles National Forest when I camped 3 weekends ago, and it performed extremely well. High altitude, very low temperatures, 20s and 30 degrees. So definitely no issues there. But yeah, a pocket stove, if you know they like going out camping. A lot of times, especially out here in the West, we do not have the ability to have our own campfires due to like no burn orders and whatnot. But something like this, as well as the little isobutane tanks, making an excellent compromise to that, so you can still make food, boil water, to have clean water to make coffee, tea, whatever. So I'm definitely a big fan of this stuff. And these butane things are like $5 a piece. MSR. I don't believe this is an MSR. I could be wrong. Forget the name of it, but I'll let you know, guys know, or put in the comments if I remember. Moving on. Going hand in hand with being an outdoorsman, constantly learning new things, striving to be a lifelong learner. That's what I try to do, whether it's anything I do in life. You know, something I love doing is having books on the outdoors, especially getting into conservation a little bit, wildlife biology, all that good stuff. A staple of the American model of conservation is Aldo Leopold's Sand County Almanac. Great book. I think if you have anyone in your life who has the slightest inclination to the outdoors or just likes reading in general, this is definitely an American classic, and I'd recommend you get this one. It's like $15 on Amazon, I believe. So definitely really cool. Great author, and he did some amazing stuff for American conservation. Another thing too, I forget if it was him, Aldo Leopold, or someone else who said it, but most deer hunters don't know what tree they're sitting in during deer season. So on that same stride of trying to learn more as we grow and we hang out in the outdoors, is learn more about trees and just plant life, flora, fauna, all that good stuff. So I picked up this from REI too, just to learn a little bit more Western region. So I'm pretty sure that's like Nebraska, Western Nebraska to the West Coast. So you definitely some cool stuff there. Just cool little books. Again, you don't have to spend a lot, but just something that helps them learn, helps them grow, not only as a person in their education, but as an outdoorsman too. So let's move on. You guys knew it was coming. Medical. Anybody who watches like my EDC stuff or any videos of that matter, you know that I always harp on medical. Not only the gear, but get yourself some training. If you want to get them this as well as some training, there are plenty of great medical courses, TCCC, EMT courses, just stuff you can get a basic understanding. So if they get a cut or someone they know gets a cut in the outdoors or anything from like a major gash on their leg and you need to apply a tourniquet, having the skills, knowledge, and tools to be able to do that so you can save people's lives and just like keep people from getting wounds infected and all that good stuff is extremely important in the outdoors. Mother Nature is a crazy thing and it will kill you if you let it. So having the knowledge, skills, and tools to be able to counter that is very important in today's day and age. You can buy these pre-made kits. I think I got this one off Amazon last year, like 30 to 50 bucks. And then I'd recommend getting a pretty decent quality tourniquet. A lot of it comes down to you get what you pay for. So definitely keep that in mind. Or just look into like medical courses. Sometimes even your county or your municipality will run like medical basic first aid kit courses in your local area. So look that stuff up and maybe reserve a spot for that for someone you know or someone you love or yourself, you know. This can be for whoever. But yeah, medical is extremely important. Do not skimp on it. Moving on. Something I forgot to mention when it comes to knives. So if you know someone or you are someone who's just getting into the outdoors recently in the last couple of years, don't forget to take care of your stuff. So knives especially. I'm a big fan of Whetstones. I think this is an Arkansas Smith Works. Great stuff. I've used their stuff for a long time. Whetstones, you can find how to use them online. If you guys want to see a video on how to use a whetstone, if you don't know already, let me know in the comments and I can do something like that. Pretty simple stuff. But yeah, just a basic, I think this one was like 15 bucks. I picked this up a couple years ago, so it's probably more expensive now, but you have a fine side and a fine grit and a coarser grit on one side. So definitely for different tools, or if you got a big ding, you need to work that out. Something like this is extremely good for it. Moving on, some clothing ideas, right? So since this is the winter time, I'm going to talk mainly about stuff for this season. I like to stay warm. Being cold sucks. Anybody who's been in a situation where like you're really cold but you have to spend the night knows that it's no fun. So I love warm beanies because your head dissipates a lot of heat. So that's a great way you can become cold, especially if it's snowing, if it's sleeting, raining, whatever. This is just like a $20, $30 one from REI. It's got fuzzy stuff in the middle like fleece. Very warm, you know, great stuff. Kind of make you look like a cone head too if you're into that vibe. But yeah, something like this, pick up Amazon, whatever. Just again, you get what you pay for. If you're in a different environment that's colder, spend more money, get something that's rated for colder temperatures. Obviously, I'm out here in the Southwest, so it gets cold, but not as cold as somewhere like Grand Junction, Colorado in the middle of February this spring when I was up there. Something else that Mike got this for me for Christmas. Shout out to Mike, he's a G. I'm a big fan of quarter zips. I don't know, I wear them a lot in videos if you don't see. So Patagonia, really good quality. This stuff is like, I'm rated for out here even. I can just wear this with a t-shirt like I'm doing this, or I can wear this as like a base layer with a t-shirt underneath in up north in some of the more cold environments. This is a little bit more expensive. I think this goes for around 150 bucks. But as you can just see, some of the material in there, very, very warm stuff. Take care of yourself, man. When you're out there in the outdoors, it will kick your butt. The last week's video, or a couple weeks, I guess, by the time you see this, when I was up in the San Gabriel Mountains, it got really cold and it kicked my butt because I didn't prepare properly. So get your loved ones the tools and gear they need to stay warm this outdoor season. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Just a few different ideas of either for yourself or someone you know or love who's into the outdoors, the great outdoors, whether that's fishing, camping, hiking, hunting. I'm not really getting into firearm stuff in this video. YouTube's been hitting that stuff pretty hard. So if you're into that kind of stuff, let me know. And I can make separate stuff going over firearms gear, ammo, etc., you know, accessories, all that good stuff, but just not in today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Help us grow the channel. The goal is to get to like 2,500 subs by the end of next year. Fortunately, we fell short of the goal this year, but thank you to all the new subscribers. You guys make what I do here possible. Like, share, comment, promotes us in the algorithm. It's how I can make this somewhat self-sustainable. So thank you guys again, and please have a fantastic day.